Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to Clevedon Pier. I've driven down here today, obviously in the van, and it's been sunny the whole way down, and then I came to this area and we got this. You couldn't make it up. What a beautiful pier this is. I've done some drone footage already. I might share that at the end like I normally do. I don't know yet, and I'm going to try and do some more tonight when it's dark. But what a beautiful pier. I love it. I've parked, I'm only allowed to park there I think for 4 hours, so I don't know where I'm going to kip tonight, but I'm sure we'll sort that out. Pier wise, yeah, like I said, I've already done drone footage. I've taken a couple of photographs, one from behind it, one from the side of it here, f13 ISO 64, and they're around about 250th of a second. I want to try and do some long exposures now, so yeah, please bear with me. Welcome. I say I want to do long exposures, guys. I didn't bring any ND filters with me. I don't want to use them, to be fair. I've got some in the bag for the 14mm lens, but I don't want to do that. So let's have a look what we're going to do. So let's go ISO 64, f18. I don't really want to go any more than that. And that gives us just over a second. Yeah, so yeah, it's not exactly a long exposure shot, is it? But I want to brighten it up actually. I'm overexposing it, and that's a 1.3 second exposure. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Let's take it to 2 seconds. It's a bit bright. I'm purposely overexposing. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Just check out if it's in focus. Yeah, it is. That is beautiful. So let's see. Yeah, okay, I'm loving the lines in these clouds. I'm going to try and do a time lapse, but I want to do it with the iPhone from over there. So I might set that up and leave that running, and then work my way back up that way with the camera and take photographs all the way back. And then I want to get to the top of where the start of the pier is, and photograph down the pier itself. So yeah, let's see if we can do that. All right, thanks guys. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Oh, and thank you very much everybody, all the new subscribers to the channel. We have gone over 680, I think it is 684 now. Brilliant, really chuffed with that. Thank you very much everybody. Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking about the weather, etc. Really good. All right, thank you. All right guys, so I've moved, I don't know, about 15 foot upwards, so I get a slightly different angle from the shot. I'm at f18 ISO 64. It's a 1 second exposure. I'm focusing on the end of the pier itself, obviously. It's nice and level. It's a lovely shot. I'm going to try and zoom in with this one. I'm having a bit of problems with my geared head. I'll come to that later, but it's knackered basically. Okay, so what I want to do is focus in on the pier, the top of the pier itself. So I'm just going to change my lens to the long lens, and I'm going to talk to you about that as well. So bear with me 1 second, fast forward now. One of the lenses I've bought recently is, I can't remember the focal length of it, 160 to 600mm I think it is. Anyway, whichever it is, I'll use it later. Fantastic lens. I've been wanting it for a long time. I spoke to Panamos and I've purchased it from them. Oh, look at that. I've purchased it from them, and they've told me that if anybody else would like to use that lens, then they can use my code, which I agreed with them. Come to that in a second. So ISO 64, f/18, 1 second exposure. And I want to get closer. All right, guys, ISO 64, f/18, 1 second exposure. I could make it a little bit in 1.3 second exposure now, actually. It's starting to get dark. Lovely shot. I've zoomed right into the pier. I'm seeing that as a square crop. I don't like doing it in camera because I might change my mind. I know some people, you know, prefer to do it after the fact. I don't like doing that. I take it as it is, and then if I want to crop it later, I can do that. But I reckon this is a crop shot, a square 1x1, just off the end of the pier itself. Looks really nice. Yep, okay, so lens-wise, so I've got this one, which is the 1-400. I've also got the 180 to 600mm lens, and I've got them both from Panamos. And they have said that if anybody else is interested in the lens, if they go to the website, they can email them from the website, or I'll put at the bottom the email address. And if you quote the letters PWPB, again, I'll put that on the bottom. They will email you back with the discount code, and it's something like £70 or £80 off. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I mean, these lenses, I mean, on the other one, I saved £400 using Panamos. I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Yes, it's the grey market. So what? The lens is the lens. You're saving money. Use that money to travel somewhere and use it. But yeah. So yeah, I'll put that information down below here, and I will also add it on the bottom of the screen, so you can get that if you want with a link. So yeah, feel free to use it. Remember, PWPB, I always forget that. PWBP, Paul Wright Baker Photography. PWBP. Use that code and you'll get an email back with a discount code. Use that and you'll save a fortune. Okay, so, and you're welcome. All right, so yeah, I like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wide angle lens on, because I want to use some filters. Fast forward. Okay, so I have two types of filters for this lens, and I actually prefer the other ones. I'll put the make of those down below. These ones are the K&F ones, but I have to say they are brilliant. They are really, really good. I'm going to use them for this. So I want the whole of it in back there. So I've got an ND, and I've got, excuse me, so I've got an ND filter here, 10 stop, fantastic. So we're going to stick that on first to make sure it's clean. I can hear everybody shouting at me, don't clean them that way. I did clean them properly the other day, but I just want to make sure there's no dust on them. Fantastic. And sorry, I'm keep fast forwarding, and I've got this, the CPL, really, really good as well. I don't know if you want these guys. I've got links for them if you want them. If you use the 14 to 24mm f2.8 lens, these are really, really effective, very good, and good value for money. They do come with a discount code. This isn't, it obviously is, but this isn't what this video is about. I'm just trying to help people out, and these filters are really good. And I'll put the information to that at the bottom of the screen as well. So I actually like putting this one on first. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. F10, ISO 64, and I'm doing a 4-minute exposure. I think it'll look fantastic with the effects of the clouds, with the movement of the clouds, the still water around the pier itself. It'll look fantastic. We don't have a lot of time left, to be fair. It's now 3:10 and sunset is 4 p.m. Sorry. So yeah, anyway, so what can I tell you about? The K&F geared head, the one at the back here to make the camera go up and down is knackered. I can sometimes get it to work, and sometimes it just does nothing. So I have spoken to K&F, and they are going to send me out a replacement at some point. But it's the 4th one. This is the 3rd one that's broken. It's the 4th one. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I know they're working on it. I'm not getting a replacement out just yet. They're working on it. When it works, it's fantastic. I know that Steve Stain has used his for ages. He's only had one, never had a problem with it. Martin has had, I think, 2, and he's now changed his. Colin, I think, has got one. But yeah, I mean, they've got problems. They've definitely got problems. But when they work, they are fantastic geared heads. I can't see me changing from it just yet. I want to try another one before I look at a replacement, and I'll let you all know how that replacement goes. Yeah, when it's here. Okay, enough of that. All right, so there's about 10 seconds left for the 4-minute exposure. When that's done, I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to share it with you now. Let me know what you think, guys. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really nice photograph. That 4 minutes should work really, really well. This is a beautiful pier. I think the drone footage I've got of it looks really good. I wanted to fly under the pier and through it, but I lost my my braveness went out the window, and I wasn't going to do that. If I manage to get over there, I might do, but there's no rush for that. Anyway, I'll share this photograph now. Let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I think the 4-minute at 64, ISO 64, was too dark. So I'm doing it again at ISO 200, and I'm doing it for 5 minutes, I think it was. I'll write the time down. That should be better. ISO 200, f13, I think it was, and a 5-minute exposure. But I'll share that photograph. I'll share them both with you, and you can see the difference. Yeah, I think it'll look fantastic. Anyway, we'll move back in a bit. Okay, so the camera's really low. I can go lower, and I might do that. ISO 64, f18. 3-second exposure, really low to the ground. I wanted to use these rocks that are here as foreground. I'm not sure if they're any good, to be fair. They're covered in seaweed. But yeah, I think the photograph's quite nice. We're slightly to the left of the pier, looking all the way down it, obviously. Looks like a nice photograph. Share it now. Thank you, guys. So I nearly dropped that one again. I don't know. Anyway, I've gone around this area handheld and taken a few photographs. They're probably the best ones so far, to be fair. I've taken a load of them, and I'll share all of those now while I make my way up to the top where the pier is. So I walked up to the pier, and I got to the end, and they've just closed the gate, so I can't do that until tomorrow morning, and it isn't open until 10 tomorrow, so chances are I'm not going to be able to do it from the pier itself, but I've just taken 2 through the gate, and they're pretty much what I wanted, to be fair. Apparently lights are going to go on over the pier shortly, like along the side and around the bit at the end, so I'm going to get the drone up again when they go on and photograph those. And yeah, there's nobody there now, so I can pretty much go low and take a photograph from there. So, all right, I'll try that. I've taken photographs from here, 30-second and a 1 minute exposure. I've gone ISO 64, f16, 30-second and 60 seconds, and I'll share whichever one of those is any good now, and I'm going to get the drone out. Cheers. Oh, hello. So as you can see, I've had to make a quick beeline for the van and get in. As I was flying the drone over the top of the pier, when the lights came on, it started to really rain. The drone is back in the van, it's okay, and I think I've got some pretty good footage. I'll show you a little bit of that now, but I'm going to show most of it at the end. And the bits with the lights I'll show at the end with the main section of it. But the drone footage I think is quite good. Photograph wise, we've walked to the end of the concrete slab path that runs in parallel with the pier, and I've sort of gone 1, 2, 3, 4 steps back and done photographs on there. Then I've come onto here and I've tried to get some, I've took some of the length of the pier through that gate. I don't know what they're going to look like, but they look all right on the back of the camera. So yeah, it's been quite successful. My aim is to stay here tonight and get up for sunrise, but if it's raining now, I would suggest there isn't going to really be a sunrise as such, but don't want to put the dampener on things. Looking forward to tomorrow morning, and I'll see you all then. Morning guys, morning, good morning. We've come down to the waterfront before the tide gets all the way out to photograph the pier from what is its left side, and yeah, it looks really nice. I've done it at f16, ISO 64, 30-second exposure. I've done a double exposure, so the rock that is in front of me is on the bottom left-hand corner, and then we've got the rock with the horizon underneath the pier itself. It looks really nice. Photograph looks okay. Been joined by 2 of the guys this morning. Nice to have them with me. They're over there having a chit-chat, but yeah, we'll get on. Thanks, guys. I've come well over to the left now, and I've got these lovely rocks. The problem is they're going from right to left, and they're not going anywhere near the direction of the pier itself, but they should look all right, although I don't know if I'll keep them in the shot or not. Time to get the drone up. Yep, okay. Oh, so as you can see, Steve's just down there on the jetty. I don't know if you can see behind, just over there, the clouds have gone, sorry about that, the clouds have gone red. So yeah, we've been trying to photograph the redness in the sky. I don't know if we've caught that, but I'll share it now if we have. I've only taken 1 photo. I want to get up on the top and I want to see if the sun's up with the drone. All right, see you in a minute. Right guys, so we were walking up the alleyway here, or up the road up here, and a gentleman called Danny popped out his head and asked us if we would like to use his garden to get this magnificent view. All 3 of us have jumped into his garden, and Ken asked if we could have breakfast and cup of tea. We're still hungry, so that tells you the answer to that question. And yeah, we've got some pretty good photographs of a really good view. I'll share that one now. I'm going to end the vlog now. Thanks ever so much for watching. Once again, just remember, please like, subscribe and comment to the video, which is more important. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye.
game.